Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome to the climbing run speedrun tutorial. So before I start this, I just want to say a couple of things. One, I am not going to be tilting the controller the way the game shows you. I actually hold the controller vertical because I found that a little easier to hit the triggers just right. Two, I will be overcompensating my movements a little bit. The reason I do this is so that way I make sure that I am tilting the correct direction as I'm climbing and to constantly climb without having a mess up. You can tilt it just a little bit and still make it, but you also have more room for error and not actually tilting it enough. So that's why I overcompensate the movements. And three, the controller has some pretty sharp edges in parts. So whatever method you're trying to do, if your hands are rubbing against those sharp edges, make sure you have something to protect your hands so that way you don't wear a blister or anything. Now the next thing I want to talk about is how fast you can go. And I decided to show my hands in this video so that way you can kind of get a little bit of a visual cue how fast you have to go, because if you want a good time, you have to go fast. That's just the bottom line of it. You just need to practice until you got the speed down. Now another thing I want to point out is that to really figure out your speed and your accuracy, I would just constantly play this first part until you really kind of get the feeling down. Now I also want to mention that the hardest part of this entire run is by far the two weak rocks that break if you hold the trigger down too much. So I don't really have anything else to really give you a tip on as far as this beginning part, so let me just go ahead and play it. Yeah, that right there, that's brutal. And I actually hang here for just a little bit because it's just such a tough part. But I don't really have any more tips because it honestly takes just a little bit of luck to get through that just right and to get through it quickly. Now, these little bars, you can swing off of them as soon as you get on them. The timing you're going to want to use is whenever the monkey is flipped almost completely upside down. If you let go right when the monkey is upside down, you will get the maximum height that you need. So that's the visual cue I look for. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, if you just think about it, normally you think the monkey would need to be straight out to get as much height as possible, but I mean, it's a game. So when the monkey's upside down, just let go then and you'll be fine. And there's going to be another part coming up, and I will show you two choices that you have to try to get a really good time. It's right here. So now you have two choices here. One, you can go to the right and you can continue to climb. Granted that you get the maximum jump from this, which is not hard. I mean, once you figure out the timing, you'll be fine. Or you can go to the left and you'll climb just a few rocks, see if you get it just right, and then swing again, and then you'll immediately go to the last rock on the right side and then swing over. So normally you would think the more optimal route would be to go to the left and then swing back to the right. So that way you don't have to climb as much as possible. Now that will be true for some of you, and that will not be true for some of you. If you are really fast at climbing the rocks, the more optimal route is actually going to the right. And if you're not as fast climbing the rocks, then your more optimal route is going to be going to the left and swinging from the bar. Now, on this best time, I pretty much got a really good pacing going with climbing the rocks. So I actually go to the right so that way I can save even a little more time. I don't really have any tips on that last part, aside from that just takes a little bit of practice getting used to. It's not too difficult. This part right here, I honestly do not recommend holding this bar with both the left and right trigger. I just use the left because sometimes whenever I held the right with the left, the monkey would grab back on to that little rock that's swinging back and forth. So you can swing with just one hand. So that's what I do here. And you do not need to hit that next bar right above you. If you get the maximum height of your jump, you can actually finish the level. So let me show you what that looks like. And that's all you need to know. So that's all really the tips I have to give you on this. So I'm just going to go back and let you watch the entire run from there. Okay, so here is the entire run. Hopefully this video helps you decide which routes to take and helps you to cut down your time a little bit. Alright, thanks everyone for watching, and like I said, I really hope this helps you out. There's not a whole lot I can really give you as far as like tips on and routes on this one. But anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting these videos, and I will see you next time. So with that, take care, have a nice night, and good luck running. Bye.